Anyway, that's our regularly scheduled. Muzz will appreciate that if he's around. How do I get rid of this easily? I like that. Good. Okay. How about we just start looking at some maps, as we're oft one to do. If I press a little bit of this one, then we're in Map Town. I think is what it's called, officially. Starting with Fightyard Classic. Which I'm not gonna lie, my first impression was glue-on gun, but that doesn't really work with Fightyard, does it? It's a Condition 0 map, which I already have open. I didn't read this, which says read my glasses. Not really sure if it's clearing things up. It's supposed to be a JC, I think. Seems like it could be better served by... Maybe that's me. What do I know? I've never tried a ski. I didn't have breakfast. I'm already regretting it. Nope. Oh, good. Even here, there are maps that don't have the goddamn mods. Is that a problem? That's not a problem in Source, is it? You just get the missing textures. Which is greatly preferable, I'm going to say. Just the one missing? That's good at least. But their mod could have every texture you use it. Uh-huh. Yes, yes. Oh, good. Classic. It all makes sense now. Oh shit, didn't. I didn't work, did it? Jesus Christ, the bouncing grenades do a heck of a lot more damage than the explosions do. Be nice if it wouldn't bounce upwards at shot. It was such a shot. I don't think that's doing anything with the glass. Okay, why does that exist? I just want to see some more of those bounces. It was kind of fun. Nope, that's not fun. Okay, that's enough of that. Alright, Crazy Crabs. Did Irby make this? This is my old map based on Spirit of Half-Life. There are 2 ways. Doesn't specify ways to do what. Find a need man and escape on Apache. Need man? Or just fig with grunts, aliens against head crabs. Map I made 3 to 4 years ago. Remember, in game you can't save. If you try load save file, game will be crash. Okay. Why? That seems like a design flaw. Oh, right. Also, this link didn't work, but that was fun to read, honestly. Flat, which I will note, also did not work. This is an old map I made for a contest. It took 3rd place. In map, guy sneak up in balcony and his one mission, get out of here. Wait, that implies that he snuck in through the balcony. Why is he getting out of there if he just got into there? What do I know? Half-Life Emergency. This one also didn't work. Are these all by the same person? I think they might all be the same person. This is not only my mod. Built with friend. Play 2 real peoples. Himself and someone else. First, we start Edgar. He felt something strange going on. When he looks windows, he explore he alone in town. His mission get out and check up who responsible for this. Second character is Arthur. He been sent to the Zen and captured by aliens. I mean, that's all ain't nothing. Don't see that too often in Gold Source. DM Scrap, which did work, I think. Yes. One we can actually play, in theory. Half-Life 2 deathmatch map made specially for Muzz's new server. Muzz had a Half-Life 2 deathmatch server. Still in beginning stages, but I want to know what you guys think so far. Let's find out. I don't know why, but very recently, opening zip files started bringing this up. I don't know how to banish it from existence, because it's going to get really annoying doing this. Like, I can hit that checkbox, but it only does it for that one file, and I go through a lot of these things. Did a quick Google before I started this on how to stop that, because I noticed it, I don't know that I came to anything conclusive. Yeah, I'm Scrapper. What a scrappy map. I'm such an amateur, I didn't even prepare a drink beforehand. That's not the button I meant to press. Damn Scrap. I may have to take a brief hiatus to go and get a drink and possibly some breakfast. But that's probably not a good idea to be eating that on stream. Not that that's ever stopped me. You can shoot through glass in this, can you? This seems simple. Maybe not super complex. Oh, I didn't even realize there was a hole in the floor. It's not gonna throw at each other. Surely that's the whole point of Half-Life 2 Deathmatch. It's clearly models, I'm surprised that had any kind of reaction to being shot. Guess I don't really know how that stuff works. Kinda like these stairs. It's a very small difference, but it works. I feel like maybe it should have had this outy bit on most of them though. Something about the middle section seems very thin for these stairs. At least in comparison to the rest of the stairs. You'd be walking up the sides. Anyway. That doesn't seem like the most complex map. It was unfinished. Mansion 3, Freeman Residents. This one, I think quite possibly like the other ones, also did not have a working download link, so maybe we'll come back to that. Oh, it's a map of the month. We've encountered maps of the months. This is the first one, in fact. How about that? Guess we'll be seeing those for a couple of months and then not ever again. Oh well. I didn't realize that started back in 2007. I thought that was a more recent thing. Aim Snipe It. My very first map. This is my very first map. Small aim map, including weapons. I've included lights that can be turned out by shooting small squares on the second level. Okay. Are the small squares the lights? Because that would make sense. Why is there a RAW that contains the same map that's in the zip folder? Don't ask questions. Aim Snipe It is the map we're looking for. Okay. This is a worry. Why is there a door out here? This is very much an experimenting map, isn't it? Unless... I don't know if that would break, but it wouldn't surprise me. I think it's beyond the realm of reason here. Wait, is this just the whole map? Where did the CT spawn? It's the exact same spot.
Okay, let's go.
It totally is. Was that even the same side? Is there one spawn point? Oh, maybe not one, but this is definitely round over. Infinite Hallway by Imus. Example of an infinite hallway taken from my Mansion 3 map. This download link worked. What's wrong with the other one? I think it's safe to guess we can probably figure out how this was done. It did say VMF, didn't it? This be source. I'm doing this wrong. Didn't realize that the Mansion map would be source. I don't think the other ones were. Let's assume Half-Life 2. Is it here or the other one? It's here. 2 different folders called bin, which isn't annoying at all. Shit, and I know how to make the camera maximized. I don't know how to bring the other windows back. Oh god, that's not what I wanted. Okay, so it's in a square by the looks. It's not actually infinite, is it? Okay, trigger multiple that does... I don't know how to read these things well enough to tell you what this does. Very much a gap in my source knowledge base. This seems to change where walls are. I would guess that it probably does it to these ones. Maybe even close the door up so that you do in fact look like you're just walking through a hallway. I kind of appreciate that effect because I used something kinda like that in my tower map. Not quite the same, but similar. D Pools closed beta. A remake of the website Habbo Hotel and the Pool Sphere deck. If you have never raided habbo.com, this map will be pure shit. I didn't understand a word of that. Also, that download link was broken, just in case you wonder why I closed straight out of it. Teleport sample. You edit my map. Right then. We'll edit his map, I'm guessing. So we won't, because there's BSP here, so we don't need to. Half-Life. Assume. It's not. That's what it's marked as. We'll take that as given. Looking for teleport. Do wonder if maybe I should just change one of these out and work on my competition map in it. Or rather, start my competition map. I've got a rough idea of what I'm doing, but I need to figure some things out and actually map anything, which is the biggest hurdle. What am I doing? Map, teleport.
A fellow scientist. You have one of the new ATV suits. That should be very useful.
Is that always there? Hovering in the air?
Wait here for
Oh, I might believe that.
Have you ever seen anything like this? I don't think so.
This isn't a teleport, this is a death beam. It's a nice little test map. I don't know why it's labeled as an example map. Comments are just as confused. Have fun, cool map. Right. Was it Fightyard M4A1 versus AK-47? Right. Not uncommon. But most people don't spell it out like that. I'm ready to have fun, cool map. Just weirdly edited texture. These also pretty weirdly edited textures. Did I hear a bird sound just now? Surely the CTs would have a minor innate advantage, given the height. This map's shit. It's one of those maps that the person who made it probably played it a bunch, and that's it. Annihilation by one Scals. Nope, that's not gonna work. Please stop. Thank you for stopping. I mean, this is marked as Half-Life. That's a Counter-Strike, opposing force enemy. And that's a twhl.info on the side, I believe. So I'm going to go ahead and assume this is a twhl map. Based on the information at hand. Annihilation, that's what it was. Got there eventually. Okay, I was right. Location, Black Mesa's outdoor facility, objective, destroy hostiles. No briefing. I have a grunty friend.
Boy, this is some first mission.
Is the volume low? Volume is low.
I was told this is gonna be a babysitting job. Okay, check in. Clear this area.
These are also friends. Get out of the way.
Check your zone. You need any other soldiers from my platoon? Roger that. Area secure, sir.
Thank you.
Check your zone.
Shouldn't have to hit you in the head to get you to listen.
Clear this area.
This is certainly modeled like an indoor area, and yet very much not indoors. That's really dumb. The drone doesn't seem to mind.
One shot.
They did seem to take a lot of hits. Sure seems to keep going too. I'm gonna run. The pipes. I've been here a few seconds and I know exactly where they're going. Where the pipes go is a different question. slight change in coloration. Defenses seem to be pale. It'd be nice if I could use those grenades. But not gonna happen. Just fall in the middle of nowhere like that. It's highly illegal. How convenient that this pool of corrosive stuff is just here in this hole that appeared under my feet. It's otherwise not there for any purpose whatsoever, other than to kill me. Oh god. Let's bugger that up. I'm bad aim, aren't I? Head hopper. And then the reload animation doesn't happen. Catches me very off guard. Aviable. Now what? I guess down here. It's about that kills you, despite being like a 2-foot drop. Nope, and that's it. Good. Well, it didn't linger. CS Urban Bend. EULA. CS Urban Bend is a CS map started making a month ago. It's an okay map. Well, at QLE, let me hear your opinion. That's not going to get annoying. Counter-Strike. Strike the counter. I already have an Urban Bend. That can't be a coincidence. Have you already made a map called this? One was unfinished. That explains it. I might make it a bit of a shorter stream today. just so y'all know. So, given the numbers I'm seeing on the side here, probably the only people who are actually going to be know of that are probably already aware of it because they've got a number that shows how long I went for. But oh well. I don't need a live audience. I don't need you people. It's nice, but I'll survive. This looks very similar to what I saw last time. Now that I'm seeing it and remember it. In fact, if you asked me to say what was different, I couldn't do it. I'm sure it's lots of little things. Of course, the overall theme isn't going to change terribly. Not much to see, I suspect. Oh, invisible wall. You certainly can't see that. Yep, alright. That shows that same map, but different. HE Glass Extended. I'm sure it was deserving of being extended. Glass Extended by Atter. Remake of HE Glass, making it larger and funner. First of all, the glasses are bigger, the map is bigger, and there is no wall, just pure surface. Have fun and kill the others, with knives and grenades, because that's all we provided. P.S. Don't fall down. It's good advice. I recommend it. Was HE Glass a known map? Or is this like his own map that is updated? Pardon me. HE Glass Extended. Okay.
Let's go.
Right. I remember grenades being such destroyers of solids. How many grenades does it take to break glass if it's not hitting it directly? I mean, Jesus. Bounces off at some weird angles. Why? Goes like backwards or off to the side. Not any kind of direction you'd actually expect these things to bounce. It's freaking me out. Anyway. CS Little House V2. Menu version of all maps, bots don't work too well. Should be fun for players. Counter-Strike Source. A saucy little map. Sometimes I wonder exactly where the line is for engines to be called and the same engine. Because that Apex Legends that just came out, that is on the source engine, but it's been so, well, presumably has been so heavily modified that it's basically a completely different thing. And yet it's still called source. At some point, most of those engines are just modifications of older engines, right? Because source is basically a heavily modified Gold Source engine, right? Gold Source itself being a heavily modified, what was it, Quake engine? Doom engine? No, Quake. Definitely Quake. It all builds off of itself. It's probably quite arbitrary. I've completely forgotten the name of the map I'm looking for. Probably obvious. Nope, I've lost it. CS Little House. I remember now. Birds poorly. Bad surface extents. I'm gonna say that means I can't play it because I don't know how to fix it. So, bugger it. CS Napple 2 by Naoko, who, if I recall, this is the person that Simhong his quote-unquote fake girlfriend. It's clearly I'm correct in assuming that, because yeah, anyway, I need to get into that now. CS Napple. Ah, this link didn't work. That's a shame. Doesn't actually look that bad. Aim triple headshot. I'm sorry, I'm full of stretches today. Based on the original aim headshot. Okay. Counter-Strike. Regular. I feel like maybe we're already through the swell of Counter-Strike source maps, and it's mostly going back to regular Counter-Strike again. At least that's how it seems sometimes. Alright, that's an unsafe way to stack boxes. That's my review. An unsafe way to stack boxes. This is made by the person who made that other bad map. Like that's gonna hit anyone. Crystal clear water that extends somewhat over the actual edge of the pool. And that's about all there is to see here, I think. Battle cruiser problem. Got a bad battle cruiser problem. Map of a Terran battle cruiser from the game StarCraft. KFC becomes very laggy when I look towards the center of the ship. I already have some theories. Did this actually compile? I suppose it would have had to, otherwise you wouldn't know it was laggy. Battle Cruisers is a good map for a name. Name for a map. I'm good at that. You know, this whole English thing. Man, we haven't seen a TFC map in a while. But right, I can feel some of those frames. That's it, I'm mostly looking at a layout, aren't I? And I'm not feeling the layout. This is full, right, isn't it? That certainly wouldn't help. Did I get turned around? How do you get up there? Does this work? Sort of. No one said I had to be good at this. This is very unpleasant. Nope. Well, it was well worth it. Spiral ramp. Okay, it is what it claims to be. RMF, so we can use sledge this time. I'll probably try and open that VMF again. Yep. And it is in fact a spiral ramp. It appears to have the same surface weirdness that spiral ramps in this engine tend to have because they're not really built for that. You've just got to kind of go. It will never be smooth, it's always going to have divots where the triangles try and connect up at different angles. Because that's how it is. Don't ask me how the hell real life does it, am I right? DM Cliff. I'm on Tetsuo. DM Cliff final. Inspiration was drawn from being bored and wanting fast gameplay. Also draw a lot of it from the textures I use. Okay. So clearly it was final, not final, and then final again. Noted. 74742. This one. Doomcliff. I didn't clean out Half-Life's map list, did I? Did it for Counter-Strike and something else? Oh yeah, mods. This has a very vague utopian vibe about it. So I will note that I know for a fact that map hasn't actually been made by this point. So it's probably not a very good comparison. It's just an apartment floating in space. It's also a bad comparison to make. That isn't really the sound of a waterfall. I don't know if there's any reason to jump down there. sort of slightly dilapidated. Not all the way. There's fancy cobble glass. I don't think that's an actual word. I'm not 100% sure it's an actual thing.
Power assist movement activated.
So clearly this is supposed to be not like that. Ta-ta! Oh, 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 oh. So you can't get out of the level. What was the other thing I wanted to test? I don't remember. You can't just hang out on the edge. In fact, is that intended? No, you can totally get to there. This, maybe less so. So I just sit here and have a perfect KD ratio for the rest of the match. Test wheel. Solution to my wheel on an angle to the axis problem. Okay. Started using very source terms, so definitely CSS. Test wheel. Hold on. Test wheel. Yeah, you can just type it into there. Oh no. Problem. FF2A3 by Carpocalypse. Whatever. This is level 6 or something of Funny Force. I feel like I've heard these names before. This and this. It's not done, only a little funny things are in it. So whoever wants to help, just download the map, put some work into it, and show me what you added. You'll be paid in exposure. It's just an RMF. So I guess that means we don't have to go finding obscure mods. Which is always a plus. I love not finding obscure mods. I've seen them, I said obscene mods. Prefer not finding those as well. Okay, now I have to try and play the old... Try and figure out what the heck is going on. Game. You, what are you? End of explosions. These are all end of explosions. There's a lot of end of explosions. The toggled arrow to a weapon. End shooters called crap. Multi-managers. Trigger once. Yep, I have no idea what's going on. That's probably for the best. Scientist sitting on a thing. There's a trigger hurt. Probably guess what's going to happen to him. Barnacle on the ground. Barney on the ground. mean, this is all good stuff. This is suspiciously opposing force layouted, now I think about it. It's 2 doors and a vehicle bay and... This is very opposing force. I remember this scene vividly. So I guess Funny Force was a mod where random shit got put into levels until it stopped being funny. Is my guess. But maybe that's cynical. Upender by Bud. This is originally a map of my street, then I stuck the houses into each other to make it more interesting. I can see that. 4751. Regular Half-Life? Some of that lighting looks not Half-Life, but... I will trust it. For better or worse. Upender. Okay, this is about as much as the map description implied. Said he'd self-promote. Got some alignment issues, though I don't know if trying to nitpick the problems with the map is a good idea at the moment, given its nature. There's got to be a way up, right? Did I miss a ladder? Stairs, that's what I want. That's what I like to see. Getting lots of weapons implies that maybe this is a multiplayer map, which would make sense. It didn't label it as such, but that's not unknown. I don't know that this would be fun to play. I just want to keep going upwards. I have to figure out how. This isn't how houses work. Oh, that's a problem. No, it's fine. Maybe like halfway up. I feel like I've seen some repeated geometry. Maybe not much though. We're almost there. This weird journey of ours. This was the original inspiration for Celeste. You can't leave it here. How do we keep going upwards? I'm not seeing any ways to get further higher. Further higher. You know what I mean. In which case, I'm disappointed. This whole map is a farce. Also really weird and not that pleasant to navigate. High Street by Bud, that would make some sense. In fact, it's all lining up very much that way. Then all one big drug reference. Again, this was originally a map of my street. All of the houses are now levitated. They're clearly connected, which means they're not levitating. Again, splitting hairs, I know. I didn't mean to press that, go away. Okay, I'm stuck in the ground, so I guess I have no choice. Let's play it his way. Their way. Alright, it's... something tells me his street also doesn't have these giant painted walls. What's this tiny room with such a massive window in it? My house doesn't have one of those. Well, not that tiny anyway. That house isn't levitating, he lied. He said all the houses were. Did they say all the houses were? Oh, I forget. I have a feeling this is going to be largely the same. So, don't think we need to see the rest of that. Alright, my map. This link didn't work. Or there was something weird about it. I think it linked to like a Google thing that didn't have the proper permission set or something. Eh, no matter. Thunderball 1 is go, and also download link didn't work. Paintball-like map. Yes, unfortunately. F.Y. Kayla. Kayla? I don't know the screenshot. I wouldn't be surprised if that's a different language word for castle. It could be. I'm not saying it is. It seems possible. This download link also did not work. Yeah. I want to show some random people that Fightyard map doesn't have to suck visually. It's a noble goal. Wish I could check it out. Maybe we'll find it later. DE-Mon. Which, that must mean something. It's a Counter-Strike map. I think that's what really needed to be taken from whatever else was written down there. I went to the next one, but it's actually this one. There's a lot of things, and it's all gonna go in Counter-Strike. DE-Mon. Oh, hello, Don. I don't believe I've seen any especially good maps today. Also, I was planning on running a short one, so this is probably going to be the last one I look at today. Due to reasons. So, unless this one happens to be pretty good, I don't think you've missed much in the way of good maps. You've missed some bad maps. So there haven't even been that many notably bad ones. Just kind of rubbish ones. Last couple were probably the most interesting. I've... Demon, that's what I'm looking for. Not any kind of number plate I'm familiar with. Where has number plates like that? It's not a question I'm equipped to answer right now, so I'm going to ignore it here too after. First things first. Oh, it's water. Doesn't really look like water, does it? It's just a blue texture that... Oh. With some vision problems. Is this a ladder? It is a ladder. It doesn't look like a ladder either. Is this a boat? Okay, if this map's done nothing else, it's maybe not 100% sure what I'm looking at any given time. How did this car get here? And why is it running? Did I park that car there? Heard a bell. I don't know where this bell was supposed to be, but... Right. Full damage. Counter-strike. This ain't no Gorse jumping Half-Life map.
Okay, let's go.
I'm pretty sure it was made by the same person who made that other one. It was very much a Gorse jumping map. This is laid out weird, and I think that is 100% intentional. Oh no. Whoops. I fell. Don't know if you noticed. Gun. Interested in the potential zip line. Not that I'm really expecting that in Half-Life, but it could be a train or something you can walk along. Wouldn't be both. Fortunately, it's all the way over there. Go check out the... I was gonna say limelight, I don't know why. I meant lighthouse. Vision distance issues. Not uncommon. Is that always an option, or did... So I feel like... Well, it had to be an option because there was one map that completely messed it up. Seems like something that wouldn't happen by accident. And yet so many maps seem to not do it right. No, that's not gonna... Where are the CTs for? The other house where the cable car is, yes? Yes. Let's go investigate that once I've looked around a bit. I could see this map being fun in a weird way. Possibly because of the weirdness. Wish there weren't all these rope ladders though. By that I mean ladders that are ropes. Go! Bonk vehicle. Yeah, I know. Angular velocity. Is that what makes a turn on the turns? Not supposed to do that. Surely you'd have it stop at one end or the other. Or have it actually have a turn. Anyway, this is a weird thing, and I think I've seen the bulk of it. Shut up! Anyway. I think I'll leave it on that one. Because I have things to do today, unfortunately. But we got through some interesting ones. Is about the most I'll give it. I will just quickly save my place. And yeah, I'll come back to this next week, hopefully with the guest that I intended to have this week and the week prior, but it didn't work out either way. Point is, bye.